Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the BNC channel. As you can see, we are here at Kahi's boarding house. Together with my co-partner, we will make a vlog entitled Fiber Optics Technology. First, what is fiber optics? Fiber optics refers to the medium technology associated with the transmission of information as light pulses along a glass or plastic strand or fiber. Did you know that a fiber optic cable can contain a varying number of these glass fibers? Glass fibers from a few up to a couple hundred, surrounding the glass layer called cladding. A layer known as buffet tube protects the cladding, and a jacket layer known as a buffer jacket layer acts as the final protective layer for the individual strand. An overview of fiber optics technology. The use of fiber optics in telecommunication and wide area networking has been common for many years, but more recently, fiber optics have become increasingly prevalent in industrial data communications. High data rate capabilities, noise, reflection, and electrical isolation are just a few of the important characteristics that make fiber optic technology ideal for use in industrial and commercial systematics or systems. Fiber's ability to carry the light signal with very losses is based on some fundamental physics associated. Trends in optical fiber technology are revolutionizing world communication. Newly developed fiber amplifiers allow for direct transmission of high-speed signals over transcontinental distance without the need for electronic regeneration. Did you know that fiber optics was coined by an Indian physicist named Norinder Singh Kapan, who is widely acknowledged as the father of fiber optics? Also, that a new development in fiber optics could make internet speed up to 100 times faster by detecting light that has been twisted into a spiral. Fiber optics has several advantages over traditional metal communication lines. So first, fiber optic cables have a much greater bandwidth than metal cables. This means that they can carry more data. Second, fiber optic cables are less susceptible than metal cables to interference. Third, fiber optic cables are much thinner and lighter than metal wires. Fourth, data can be transmitted digitally, that natural form for computer data rather than analogically.
With nearly 2 billion kilometers deployed around the world, optical fiber is the backbone of today's most advanced telecommunications networks. Fiber is assembled into optical cables that link continents, cities, and neighborhoods around the world. This thin, flexible strand of ultra-pure glass is capable of carrying voice, data, and video information in the form of light signals at very high speeds. Let's take a closer look at this revolutionary transmission medium. Optical fiber is very thin. One strand is about the diameter of a human hair. It is comprised of two basic elements made of glass, the core and the cladding. The core, the center part of the fiber, is the area through which the light signals are transmitted. The cladding layer completely surrounds the core, keeping the light from escaping. There are two different types of fiber, single mode and multi-mode. Single mode fiber has a small core diameter designed to carry light in a single path over long distances. It has high information carrying capacity and low attenuation, and is the most widely deployed optical fiber in the world. Multimode fiber has a larger core, which allows light to travel down many paths simultaneously. Typically, multimode fiber is deployed in data centers, local area networks, and storage area networks, where it is more cost-effective than single-mode fiber. Corning invented the first low-loss fiber in 1970 and has continued to deliver significant performance improvements for the past 40 years through continuous innovation. 3 key attributes that can limit the speed or information carrying capacity of the optical fiber are attenuation, dispersion, and bend-induced loss in the form of macrobending and microbending performance. Attenuation refers to signal loss along the length of the fiber. In this illustration, the light gets dimmer as it travels down the fiber. It can be caused by the quality of the glass itself or can be induced by bending. Dispersion is the distortion of a signal along the fiber length. This occurs because different spectral components of the optical signal in the optical fiber travel at different speeds. In this example, different wavelengths are represented by the red and yellow light. Macrobending and microbending are optical effects that occur when the fiber is bent from a straight axis. Microbending is an attenuation increase caused by high-frequency, small-radius bends along the length of the fiber. Macrobending is the attenuation associated with bending or wrapping the fiber. Both of these conditions can allow light to leak out of the fiber, meaning some of the original signal is lost. Using a bend-insensitive fiber like Corning ClearCurve single-mode or multimode fiber will greatly reduce the loss caused by macrobending. Optical fibers operate on the principle of total internal reflection, which keeps the light within the core and guides it down the length of the fiber. Refraction refers to the bending of light as it passes from one substance to another. The glass used in the fiber's core has a higher refractive index than the glass used in the cladding, so that the light can be trapped in the core by reflection at the cladding interface, as it propagates down the length of the fiber. 2 additional characteristics of single-mode fiber that are important are cutoff wavelength and mode field diameter. Cutoff wavelength is the wavelength above which a fiber will support only a single mode. Wavelengths below the cutoff support 2 or more modes. The cutoff wavelength is determined by the fiber's refractive index profile, the length and bend of the fiber, as well as the cabling process and deployment conditions encountered during use. In a single-mode fiber, some of the optical power is actually guided outside the core. In fact, as much as 30% of the light propagates in the cladding layer of some fibers. The mode field diameter defines the size of the optical power distribution in the fiber. Multimode fiber has 2 important characteristics: numerical aperture and core size. Numerical aperture is the measure of the angular range of acceptance of light into a fiber. The angle over which a fiber accepts light depends on the refractive indices of the core and cladding glass. Core diameter is a fundamental design parameter of multimode optical fiber. The larger the core, the more modes of light can propagate through the fiber. Multimode fiber has a much larger core size than single-mode fiber. Optical fiber is strong, flexible, and reliable. Inch for inch, it's stronger than steel and more durable than copper. Fiber offers excellent signal performance over a wide range of environmental conditions. Since fiber carries light instead of electricity, it is unsusceptible to lightning strikes or electrical faults, and, unlike copper, it does not corrode or rust. As a result, fiber reduces maintenance costs and has a proven record of reliability in the field. In fact, it is common for customers to report to Corning that cables installed in the late 1970s or early 1980s are still in use today. Optical fiber is cost-effective, durable, and scalable, has low attenuation, and it features the superior transmission quality needed for high-speed transmission of voice, data, and video in today's leading applications.